Good morning, seventh graders. Welcome to our technology class. So this is week 29. So this week we are going to be moving into our computer science, computer coding lessons, and we will be spending the rest of the school year doing these. So at this point, we pretty much finished off. We finished off our second step curriculum. We have been going through all of our internet safety, digital citizenship. We finished that off. We did all of our computing lessons earlier in the year. So we're really just ending our year with computer science. And I'm going to show you guys this fun video in a few minutes, just to get used to start thinking about how computer science is really everywhere in the world. But then I want to ask your input, because I'm not set quite yet on what we are going to be doing. And so I want to give you a choice. So I want to show you guys some ideas that I have, and then I would like you to send in what you would like to do. So you're gonna have a choice in what you want to do for the rest of the school year. It's been a very weird school year, right? I'm doing this through video. So I really want to make sure that we're choosing something that you really want to focus on, so that way you will take ownership of your learning and your coding, right? So let me put this video on, and then we will talk about what we're going to be doing. So let's put this on, hang on. All right, here we go.
I think 19th century was about the Industrial Revolution, about electricity, about disrupting the agricultural society and making it more advanced. The 20th century was about physics and engineering, to do more things easier in our everyday life, from refrigerators to washing machines.
How convenient.
And the 21st century is definitely the digital age. It's the internet.
Even if you want to become a race car driver or play baseball, or build a house, all of these things have been turned upside down by software.
The lettuce bot is a robot that can sense its environment. Every single hour, this lettuce bot is seeing 1.5 million plants, and it's taking individual action on those plants. We enable lettuce growers to have higher yields in their field by helping make it cheaper, by helping produce food in a more sustainable way. And that wasn't previously possible without computer science and technology.
I have a really fun job where we build Polyvore, which kind of combines all my favorite things, so programming as well as fashion and art and design and shopping. Half the products you use these days are software products that you play with on maybe your phone. And so if you want to build something cool, you need to know programming, right? And there's so many things that you can do with computer science. So if you just work backwards from the cool thing that you want to build and figure out what that is, a lot of times computer programming is part of that, right? So you should learn the skill.
It's really exciting right now. The technology that we're developing right now is going to be used by your doctor in the next decade. When you come into the office and you're sick, the doctor is going to be like, all right, spit in this cup. And I will put it into this magic machine, which is a sequencer. And in an hour, I can tell you what you have or what's wrong with you. So if we're looking for a new virus, for example, we'll download a database of all the viruses that are known. And we'll search for, our sequence of interest against a whole database of all viruses. So you still need somebody to analyze the data. The computer is not smart enough yet.
Our software helps people save energy and thereby reduce their carbon emissions. To date, we've saved over 8 terawatt hours, which is the equivalent of about 1.1 million cars on the road.
When you're forecasting the wind, there's so many different parameters that go into it. It would be impossible for a human to sit down and do all those calculations. We need a computer model in order to forecast it.
I write software which scans images, looking for bad images that we know are illegal. I work very closely with organizations like the National Center for Missing Children, I know that the work that we've done has impacted the life of people. And I feel very strongly about it because there's a lot of social problems right now that could really leverage the use of technology. It's a lot about empowering the people who are there helping the world by giving them the tools to be able to do better. That's something that we can do right now, and the tools available are huge.
The merging of art and technology is getting more and more significant now. Because computers and software are such an integral part of our lives day to day, people are realizing that it can be quite creative to take this medium of computers and create incredible works of art.
In Finding Nemo, when Crush and Squirt and all the friends are flying through the East Australian Current, you're seeing images of water flowing by, you're seeing the colors on the back of the turtle, you're seeing the sides of the fish. All of those things are generated through math and computer programs that we write that we then give to the artists, and they take that to create that final image and tweak it and make it look beautiful and look fun.
The crux of it is really about invention. It's about looking at the world and being dissatisfied with things and questioning everything.
I always felt like if I didn't learn how to program, it would be like not learning how to read. You know, the future would just be closed to me.
If you're in the coding profession, there's so many things that you can do, and you can pretty much pick and choose the course you want to be in.
I think that you can start something in your college dorm room, and you can have a set of people who haven't built a big company before come together and build something that 1 billion people use as part of their daily lives is just crazy to think about, right? It's humbling and it's amazing.
Really, it's about the chance to reinvent things and then see it out there in the world and see people using it and having fun or having a better life because of something that wasn't there before that you put in the world.
Okay, so that was our little introduction video to computer science. But as you can see, it really is in every industry. So even if you are not doing all of the coding, you really do still just need to have a knowledge of how computer science impacts and is a part of the industry that you're going into, right? From anything from medicine to fashion to agriculture, it's everywhere. And so for you guys, it really is your future, right? Okay, so now I'm going to show you two ideas that I have, and then I want you guys to email me over the break and let me know which one you want to do, and then whichever I get the most votes for will be the one that we will move forward with when we get back from the break. So our first choice is in code.org. They have a web development unit. And so pretty much what you're doing is you're creating your own website. But the thing is, you're actually writing the code with HTML. So you're learning how to use HTML code and you're using it to write the website. And so I just want to tell you, it's definitely challenging. We did this a couple of years ago with the 7th graders. Gosh, I don't even know how many years ago it was, but all of them were able to get the website going, but it was a learning curve. Like we all really had to learn how to write HTML code. And they all chose different topics for their websites and they were able to write the code for it. So I'll show you the lessons here. So they teach you how to, first you explore web pages, then you learn an intro to HTML. You learn how to add in headings with HTML. You do a mini project. And then we learn how to do styling text with CSS. So they show you how to actually change the font and the size and the color and all that stuff using HTML. And then they have a mini project, another one. They show you how to add images in with HTML, more styling, and then they prepare you to do your own personal web page. And so there's quite a bit of lessons here. There's about 21 lessons. So they do go through. And like I said, it is definitely challenging. It's real code. You really are writing the entire website with HTML code. So if you're looking for something more challenging, we could totally do this together. Our other option is CS First, which we did last year. If you remember, last year in 6th grade, we did music and sound. And what I did with the 7th graders last year was I did sports, where I'll show you what it was. There were like 8 lessons. And so with this code, we're using Scratch. And so it's all Blockly language. So it's all the blocks that you're connecting together. So it is a lot easier to code in Scratch because you really don't have to know the language per se, because it's all already they already tell you what each block stands for. So this would definitely be easier, I would say, than doing the website where you have to really, you're typing HTML the whole time. So lesson 1, we did a victory celebration. Then we had a sports commentary. We made a net sports game with a bouncing ball. We did a fitness gadget commercial, an all-star passing drill, batter up. We had a batting game. We had extreme sports, and then we had post-game interview. So there was 8 different mini projects that so we did one every week, basically. So that could be something we could do. There are a few more topics here. There's game design, which I usually do with the 8th graders. There's art. I don't know, some of you, if you've been with me for many years, you may have even remembered doing some of these. There's friends, that one. There's storytelling. And then we already did music and sound last year, so we're not going to do that one. Oh, and there's fashion and design too. So if you want to suggest any of these out of the curriculum, you can. So these are all from Google CS First, except we're not going to do music and sound because we just did that last year. So we might choose a different one that we want to work on, or we might choose to do the website if you guys are super ambitious and you do want to dive right in with that. This would be through code.org. So these are all through Google CS First. So you would have to get a Scratch account. And so does everybody remember Scratch? Let me remind you guys what Scratch is. Scratch is its own coding language. And if you remember, you get your own account and you keep your projects and then you share them with me. Do you remember? So here we go. Scratch is all Blockly language. So it's very easy because the blocks tell you exactly what they'll do if you use them. So there's all the blocks in Blockly. And then you can add your sprites and change your backgrounds and all that. So here's your homework for the break. Email me and give me your best suggestion on what you would like to do with coding. And then I will check in and see what results we've received from you guys. And then that'll be a good way. Actually, you know what? I can actually do this right now while I have you guys on here. I'm just going to make a Google form. And then I'm going to have you guys take the survey. So we'll call it 7th grade computer science survey. And then we'll have you put in your name. And then we'll have you vote. Choose which computer science curriculum you would like to do in 4th quarter. And so our first choice is code.org HTML website. So that one is HTML code. And then we have CS First, Scratch curriculum. I'm going to put in, and then you have to actually choose one. So let's put a few choices. We can do sports. That's what we did with 7th grade last year. We can also do, if anybody wants to do fashion and design, we can do fashion and design. And if you would like to do, what was the other one that we had? I'll just give you guys a few choices. Friends was a fun one. So let's let's choose between those. Let's choose between those. Okay. So choose, we'll just have you guys vote. And that'll be pretty easy because then I can just take the survey and I can just see which one got the most votes, and then we'll just go with that one, okay? So I'm gonna send out the link to you guys. So I'll send you this link in an email, and then please choose the one that you would like to do in fourth quarter, okay? So you get a choice in the one you wanna do. And so then that way you can pursue something that everybody had a choice in it. Okay, so there's no assignment for over the break. Just enjoy your break and just take this survey. That's basically it. It takes 2 seconds to do it. If you don't do it, you didn't have a say in it. So that's basically it. And then when we get back in April, we will move forward with our computer science lessons. Alrighty, see you guys. Bye.